Okay, good morning everybody. Will here, just time prepping. Today we're going to be talking about tips to prepare for SHTF situations. I know that we talk about it, but that's just how I am. I'm a preparer. So being prepared really isn't that complicated. It just takes the willingness to do something about your situation. You know, if you haven't started prepping, maybe it's just time you think about doing decisive actions. You know, you need to take these steps for yourself, not only yourself, but for your family as well. So, you know, may not call yourself a prepper, but you could be prepared, you know. Excuse me, there are 10 things that you have to do to be prepared in case a situation arises. And we call that the SHTF scenario. And it's just things that you should do to take care of your family. You don't have to say you're a prepper or anything, but to be prepared is taking care of yourself and your family in a disaster. So there's 10 ways that you can do that, take care of your family in a SHTF scenario. The first one is to do a threat assessment, and part of the truly being prepared for anything means that you have to know exactly what your threats are, what you're going to face, and then analyzing how those threats will affect you in the future. So by performing the realistic threat assessment, you can get a better idea of what the threats are that you're facing and just learn how to prepare for those threats in the future. So the second one is planning for the most likely disaster scenarios, or an SHTF scenario as they call it. So when you're getting started in the world of prepping, preparing for an EMP or an asteroid hitting the Earth probably going to be the best course of action. Well, both of those are scary. The probability of them happening is actually pretty low. That's not to say that you shouldn't prep for these things. It's just suggesting that you should be prepared for them, just in case. So the third one is a SWOT analysis. Performing a SWOT analysis is a great way to determine how to prepare for what you really are doing. A SWOT analysis is a simple but useful method of pinpointing your strengths and weaknesses. Performing one will also help you identify opportunities that you can exploit, and the threats you might face in a SHTF situation. SWOT will be an image shown here on the screen, and it will tell you what each one of those letters stands for. The fourth one is living debt-free. It's part of your survival plan. It's great to be prepared for the end of the day scenario, but what happens when you're faced with a foreclosure or the possibility of living on the streets? Is that a survival situation? To be truly prepared for the worst, we must also think of the financial security. That means paying off your debts, living within your means, and starting an emergency fund. 5. Get in shape now. No matter what survival solution you may ultimately find yourself in, there's one thing that you'll likely find. Survival is going to be hell on your body. One of the best things you can do is to inure your survival. In just about any situation, it is to make sure your body and your mind are trained and prepared for any way of survival. That means motivating yourself to get off your butt and get in shape. 6. Train with repetition. To really be able to rely on your knowledge, when things go bad, you need to run through your survival techniques in a number of real-world scenarios and environments. The more you train in real-world situations, the more likely it is you'll be able to perform these skills in high-stress survival situations. Train your mind. Number 7, survival isn't glamorous. It's not like what is depicted on the TV. Survival shows. It's downright brutal. It will beat the hell out of you, not only physically, but emotionally as well. Don't overlook the importance of Don't overlook the importance of cultivating a mindset that will allow you to face life's greatest challenges. 8. Survival intelligence. Power of information. In a survival situation, knowledge is going to be a critical factor in determining the outcome of your situation. The ability to be able to predict what will happen during an emergency is an important part of being prepared. Start gathering a list of trusted resources and information sources that can help you prepare for whatever the future has in store for you. Be prepared to bug out. Many preppers talk about the prospects of bugging out, but how many of them have the skills or the strength to actually do it? It's one thing to talk about bugging out. It's another thing to carry your gear 10 or 15 miles a day in a dangerous, unforgiving conditions. And then 10 is bugging out with the kids. During an SHTF situation, maintaining a sense of normalcy is going to be a very important concern when dealing with children. With children, comfort items can go a long way in helping them feel safe and secure as possible. Don't overlook how important it will become to give them a sense of comfort and control in a stressful SHTF situation. Now, these are just 10 ways of getting prepared for the situation. What you need to really do is think these steps through. So what I'm going to do in the next couple of days is we're going to talk about how to take care of these situations. We're going to talk it through, so to speak. So starting tomorrow, we will start on threat assessment and planning the most likely scenarios. We'll talk about those in depth, and we may even get into number 3, which is SWOT analysis. We'll just see how it goes on the filming. But we need to know these things in order to make our plan. Now, as I said in the beginning, you don't have to be a prepper to do these things. You have to do these things in order to take care of your family. In the environment that we live in today, it's important for us as the leader of our family, or your wife could be included in the leading of your family, for both of you to know what to do in the situation. So starting tomorrow, we're going to start analyzing each one of these things I talked about today. And in return, we will know how to deal with it. I'm not telling you that you have to have the mindset of a prepper, but you do have to have the mindset of how to keep your family safe in the situation. What would you do if a ballistic missile came inbound into the United States? Would you really know what to do? I mean, instead of panicking, you need to have a plan in place to take care of these things. So I am going to prepare you guys to do the best that you can with what the resources that you have. So starting tomorrow, the series is going to be how to prepare for a SHTF scenario. So that's all I really have for you for today. I'm really hoping that you guys got something out of it. I want you guys to think about what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're going to start and get into depth into what we talked about today. And then we're going to go all the way till we get to the end. And at the end, I'll hopefully have a panel that we can put together and discuss it in a live setting. We'll go live and then we'll talk about it and see if everybody can help put their own plans in place. So that's really all I have for you for today, you guys. I want you guys to know we have 8 people in the drawing. I'm hoping for 10. A couple of people have told me they're gonna put some videos out, so we'll see how that goes. Good luck to all the ones that are in there, and good luck to the future ones. I'm looking forward to doing that live drawing on Monday night. So if you haven't got your film in, or your video in, you've got till noon Monday to do that. So until then, as usual, you know I love you. You guys know I can't do this without you. And it's God bless you, God bless me, and God bless the US of A. Thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.